Guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're featuring another Longines. Now, this brand, I just think, have got so many great looking models. To be fair, they've got a massive range of watches, it has to be said, but there's some real stars in that collection. I've reviewed a few now, and things like the Zulu timer comes to mind. Just fantastic watch. This is very interesting though, and a little bit different. This is called the Ultra-Chron, and the name will become a bit more apparent in a minute. But before I get too far into review, I've got to say a big thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis Gaye of Coventry for allowing me to review this watch. Honestly, so many watches in stock. They've just got, you know, a great selection of watches. If you go in there, you can see so many and try them on. If you're a bit too far afield to go into the dealership in Coventry, then you can always check their website. I'll leave a link below, and I dare say they'll be able to sort you out a deal and get this watch out to you, or one of many others. So anyway, let's talk sizes first. It's a 43mm watch, 13.6mm tall. The lug to lug, so from there to there, the longest point across the watch is 48.6, and the strap size is 22mm. Let's zoom in there a little bit. So the dial, to be fair, it's kind of like a bit of a, almost like a bead blasted textured kind of finished, with applied hour markers, and it has this rather funky red hand there. It's almost like a bit, it's almost kind of 70s vintage feel to the hands, to be fair. They have got that kind of weird feel to them. The second hand gliding around. Now, the eagle eye amongst you might notice that second hand is gliding incredibly smoothly. That is very, very smooth. Now, the reason why I point this out, because this watch is a 10 beats per second watch. Now, I'm trying to think what watch I'm wearing at the moment. I'm wearing this because I just serviced it for a friend. Look at the difference, how the second hand goes round. See how smooth this runs. This is running at 10 beats per second. It is really, really impressive. To put that in comparison, the Rolex Submariner, lovely watch. That beats at 8 beats per second. The watch Bob has got on at the moment, this is a high-end Bremont. That beats at 7 beats per second. So this is a very special movement, I think. But we'll talk a bit more about it in a minute. So anyway, the actual dial. The hour markers are applied, but it's only the 12, 3, 6 and 9 which have loom on them, which, to be fair, is a little bit of a shame, because I'd like to have seen more of it, but I think they've just done it. I don't think it's for cost. I think it's just for decorative reasons. They wanted just that cross on there. We do have loom on the bezel as well, but that's, to me, a little bit of a shame. The loom is strong though, I have to say. But I do, when you look at that red hour hand, it's been so well done. And the polishing on the hour hand, you can see it's got a bevel edge running around there. And I even like the script of the Longines and the Ultra-Chron down there. Why they call it Ultra-Chron is because back when this watch, the name first came out, I think it was the late 60s, ultra chronometer. So that's what it actually means. So this watch is quite impressive. But as we leave the dial and we come out to this crystal, just check that out. It looks fantastic. Double domed sapphire crystal, AR coating, and you can see you get that magnification on the hands. It looks stunning. But again, we come past that and now we come to the bezel. The bezel is a little bit interesting because it almost looks like it's got depth to it. You catch it in certain lights and it's can you almost see where you kind of, you see the red of the minute markers and you see like a shadow below it. It is really a strange effect. It's almost like it's printed underneath and it's transparent. It's just, it becomes like a mirror. You can see here how it reflects. You can get a good view of it there. You get like the double marks going on. And I think that just looks absolutely superb. It really does. It's kind of strange because it almost looks like an old vintage style watch, and then you see that, and it's like, wee, you know, it really does, you know, lift it and make it look almost a lot more modern. As for bezel action, lots of purchase, and the coin edge on this is very, you can really bite into it. You feel it so well. Some are a bit too subtle. This is, it's not sharp, but you can grip onto it so easy. So let's have a listen. That's really nice. Little bit of back play, but it does sound nice. One direction, because this actually has got 300 meters of water resistance. Okay, on the leather strap, maybe not quite the thing, but on the bracelet, it makes more sense. But it's a nice feeling bezel, to be fair. Now we come round, we have really nice sort of like very fine brushwork there, polishing going around here. It just looks nice, actually. That's one thing I must admit. It's a bit of a shame, but a lot of watch companies do that. They never polish inside there. Normally when you got a bracelet, it's not a problem, but when you do have a strap, you can see it. So it's one of those things. Many companies do it, but there you go. So the crown all signed up, and I say screw down crown, pops out nicely. It just, yeah, works nicely. Goes in first time, so that's good. Now, as we come around here, now it is, I think, a shame you can't see the movement, because I'd love to see the balance wheel going round. I put this on the time grapher, and it was coming in at -1 second. That was it. It is really, really nice. Say 10 beats per second. 52 hours of power is a bit of a strange one. Has a silicon balance wheel, so that means it's going to be very a lot more anti-magnetic than others. So it's just nice. It's just a shame. I know a lot of people, well, there's quite a few people out there who don't want to see the movement, but I want to see it, just personally, because I can always see if there's something wrong or whatever. You know, it's nice to be able to see a movement, I think. The leather strap on this, though, is quite nice. It's got a bit of character to it, and it's got a nice bit of padding. You do have a kind of signed buckle up there. Let me put it on my wrist so you can see how it looks. So I zoom out. As I say, I'm wearing, I don't even know what I'm wearing. All I know is a calibre 613 from Omega. That was my friend's father's watch. I had to strip that down to get it working. And Bob's got, I say, that high-end Bremont Supernova, I believe it is. Now my wrist size is 7 1/4 inches, so you get an idea how this actually looks. I should also point out that this watch actually comes with a 5-year warranty also. There you go. Sits quite nicely, actually. No problem. But it's definitely a larger watch, but it's not too large, and I like its kind of almost vintage vibe. I'm getting with that dial. It's just that bezel just looks so different in comparison. I'd be quite intrigued to see what this watch would look like on a host of different straps. That would be quite interesting, because I think you could really play around with this watch. It would be quite interesting. Okay then, guys, I will leave you to it. If you want anything about a watch, post below. I'll always get back to you, and I will see you in the next review. Stay safe out there. Bye.